What is good, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's going on with Tesla, SPY, Nvda, the QQQ, and a couple of other tickers. I'm going to break down what's going on with the PPI reports that just came out, as the PPI came out very hot, and this caused the market to drop for now. But we're going to be watching to see how well we could hold support and whether or not SPY is forming a cup and handle. I'm also going to talk about some earnings that came out and some more data that's going to be released in just about an hour from now. I'm going to break down how this could end up affecting the markets. Before I break into devil's information, before I get into any more details, let me just mention a couple of things. I am firstly not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Webull link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Webull and deposit $500 into the account, you are guaranteed 20 free stocks. If you put in $25,000 or more, you're guaranteed 70 free stocks. This offer ends in just about 6 days, so check it out before they run out. Anyways, now let's break down what's happening with the market. Looking at SPY's, things actually dropping just a bit, testing our 50 EMA on the 30 minutes time frame. We'll have to see how well this holds. If we fail to hold this, our next target is going to be 499. And if that fails, we turn even more bearish. But if we do hold 499 or even this 500 area, we could try to bounce from here. So I'm going to break down more details in just a few minutes. Let's first talk about the data. PPI came out month over month at 0.3%. That is above the 0.1% target. For core PPI month over month, we got 0.5%. That's a big increase compared to the 0.1% targets. Core PPI is showing 2%. That is above the consensus in the forecast of 1.6 to 1.7%. And PPI was at 0.9% above the 0.6 to 0.8% targets. So PPI was hot. This isn't a leading indicator that inflation is increasing again. We might see another hot CPI thanks to this. Not the best of pieces of data, and this is actually not a very, very good sign. So that's why the market kind of sold off just a bit, but the market's not crashing. We just got a little drop on SPY. So we want to be very careful when pieces of data like this come out. Now you have Barr giving a speech at 9:10 a.m. And then the next set of data, and this is going to be the final major set of data for the day, for the week essentially, will be this at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Watch for volatility, guys. We have the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Reports, the 5-year inflationary expectations, and this is going to be very important. We're going to be watching to see if this causes the market to bounce. Does it cause the market to run back up? Or are we going to see the market sink back down? There's going to be a big move, in my opinion, at 10 a.m. So make sure you watch and see what this causes for the markets. This is important for the current sentiment of consumers, just to see how they're looking and what they expect for inflation. And we'll see how things end up looking. On top of this, we have Dali giving a speech at 12:10, and that's going to end the day from there. A couple of things affecting the markets. We basically saw the market rally again going into yesterday, and we reached my target during the pre-market session. So we'll have to see if we can try to make our way back up. Now, on top of this, we're actually seeing shares of Shake Shack shooting up 26% after the burger chain essentially had very strong earnings. Excuse me. So that's good news for them. On top of this, the Ford CEO Jim Farley says that his company's pro-business, not Tesla, and its driver assistance system is the future of the auto industry, which I tend to disagree with. I think they both have a lot of potential, but we should not dismiss Tesla. So I have my own view. I still think Tesla's way ahead of other companies out there, but it's just worth noting that that's what the CEO is trying to say. He gets, has different intentions. He could obviously say different things for different reasons. Toast, which makes restaurant management software, said it would lay off 550 employees, which is not the best of news. This just came out. And besides that, we have Intuitive Machines has made its first attempt to try to reach the moon. So that's a good news for them on an SPAC merger. Big deal that came out. The stock soared 34.5% on Thursday after this ended up coming out. So that's good news for them. I wish the best, and I wish the safety for everyone that's involved in this. So it is what it is. But with that being said, those are the pieces of news affecting the markets. For earnings, I went over all of these yesterday, but for today, we just had Cinemark and just a couple of others like Air Canada. Cinemark popped a little bit, rose about 3% as revenue beat offset the wider than expected loss, but now the share price is kind of flat. It's not really a whole lot is going on. With that being said, let's talk about the charts. What are we seeing for SPY? Well, honestly, guys, the first 30 minutes doesn't matter as much. I think SPY got this wick right here. We're going to be looking to see if we can try to rebound to 502. In my previous video, I said I think SPY is going to reach 503.5, and then we'll have to see what it does after that. As you can tell, we actually pushed that level during the pre-market. We were off by 20 cents. It did come up there, but now it got this little rejection thanks to PPI, and now it's trying to rebound again. So we'll see if we could try to get back above 502. I want to notice that this could be a possible cup and handle, or this could be the start of a new downtrend, depending on the Michigan consumer data and if we get more sellers. So you want to be very careful, guys. I do want to note that we have a lot of puts expiring on SPY, over 3 million puts, or close to 3 million puts. So market makers may not cause the market to crash extremely hard, but they could, you know, at least attempt to hold the market up close to where we are. That's also another possibility. So I think what's going to happen is SPY is going to rebound a little bit. It's going to hold up for the time being. Not sure if it's going to break this high or not, but I think it's just going to hold up. And then later on during the day, after all the Michigan consumer sentiment data comes out, we'll be watching for what the reaction is. And we'll see if SPY can break out or not. So watch for volatility at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. SPY might rebound a little bit, and then we'll have to see what happens once the data comes out. But be careful, guys. Either SPY is about to start a little downtrend here, or it's forming like a cup and handle. So we'll just have to wait and see. So be very, very careful. On the triple Q, this thing pumped to almost 438. It came back down to fill its gap. Now it's barely holding 435. If it loses 435, we could be looking for a move back down to 432. But if we break 436, we could push back up. As of right now, the QQQ is technically on an uptrend. It's not actually officially downtrending quite yet, as we're holding our support. So when we watch to see if we can get a bounce when we open back up to at least 436.75. And then we'll see what happens after that. I think it might rebound just a bit and look for a big reaction after the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Report. And we'll see what happens after that. The trend is still bullish for now, but watch and see if we could hold support. For Tesla is still quite strong. We actually reached 205. We're coming back down to 202. We haven't fully filled the gap yet. I do believe that by next week, Tesla will fill the gap. I still think there's more upside potential to at least 207. And if that breaks, our next target is going to be all the way up to about 212. So we'll be watching Tesla from here. We'll see if this actually retraces a little bit more. We're barely holding 202, so watch 200 and then 198 below that and 195. But I think that if we do end up breaking 205, our next target is going to be all the way up to 207. So we could retrace just a little bit right here. Watch Tesla very carefully. Let's see how well it holds 200. Look for volatility once we get the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Report and look for a little bounce. We'll see if Tesla gets that bounce later. I do believe by next week we're going to see a nice push on Tesla. I think it still has potential to fill its gap. So be patient and do what you have to do. Last but not least, we have Aapl stock, the notorious Aapl stock. I believe that Aapl is showing signs of life. This could be a possible slanted inverse head and shoulders that's trying to form because it's trying to establish like this high right here. We're going to be looking for a little bounce. I think that Aapl could retest 183.5, if not 184.25. And we'll see how well it holds up. But we're going to be seeing if this thing could get some kind of bounce, if it could get a little rebound. So I'll be waiting to see this very patiently. If we lose 182, there's going to be a risk of it's coming back down towards 181 and then 180. So be very careful when trading Aapl. But I do believe it has potential to try to rebound here towards this imbalance. So I'll be watching to see. I think that Aapl might try to base around here. Just get ready for an attempt to base in the 182s, and we'll see if we can try to rebound later on during the day, if not by next week. So that being said, thank you all so much for listening. Hopefully this video was helpful and insightful. Have a great day. Remain very, very patient, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Don't forget, guys, let's look for the reaction at 10 o'clock a.m. after the Michigan Consumer Sentiment data comes out. With that being said, have a great day. I'll see you guys very soon in just about an hour and a half from now. All right, thank you. Have a great day and peace out.